This is round 4 of the PACE tournament with Matizpl and Gunshin playing. Matizpl in the blue and Gunshin in the pink. I am Metabolical.
And I'm WP Marshall.
And we're going to be doing the cast for you today.
So we see that Gunshin in pink has gone straight for an air factory, while Matiz has gone for a bot factory.
Yeah, very close proximity of the two opponents this time, so the conflict will arise pretty quickly. I'm sorry, this is round 5. I may have said round something else. And
User joined your channel.
we got the bot factory built by Matiz already, and he is producing more energy to keep his economy up.
Yeah, he's also getting fabricators out of that bot factory, whereas Gunshin is getting out a hummingbird and has instantly scouted Matizpl's base. He knows now quite how close they are and will probably start producing more factories.
And just as you say it, immediately it becomes true. Vehicle factory being produced by Gunshin. Now, both of these opponents are doing very well in this tournament. This is round 5, and both of them has gone 4-0 so far. So these guys are at the top of the ladder.
Indeed. It's going to be interesting to see how they decide to attack each other. Bots versus tanks, it appears, in this game. It's going to be very interesting indeed, with the greater mobility of the bots, but the slightly superior firepower of the ants.
Yeah, that additional firepower is, sometimes for naught if your opponent just walks by and then starts wrecking your base and getting the economic advantage. Then they can kind of take the time to leisurely sit back and let their economic advantage multiply over time.
Indeed. Interestingly, we see bombers coming out from Gunshin now, so potentially attacking some fabricators that are trying to expand and will therefore hamper the economic expansion of Matiz.
He probably figures additionally that Matiz will discover him pretty quickly, and once he does, he will be in a position where they may get into ground conflict quickly. If that happens, and it's happening right now, the bomber will allow him to do from the air harass and force Matiz to either respond with some sort of anti-air or suffer just a continual bombardment of damage from the bomber.
Definitely. Here we see energy storage going up from Gunshin, supposedly to maybe in lieu of a commander rush for the Uber Cannon.
Yeah, the Uber Cannon is the secondary fire for the commander and provides his ability to fire rather quickly, but in the recent changes, the Uber Cannon does quite a bit less damage to both commanders and to buildings, so having the Uber Cannon will certainly allow him to fend against an army, will not necessarily provide a compelling invasionary capability as well, though.
And something else I've been thinking about is we've given the small movement space between them. It's possible that one of these players will take the middle ground and create a sort of...
And in fact, Matiz was trying to do exactly that. He was building the metal extractors between them, and he probably got the value out of them already with just this one, but he just was taken down by that bomber.
More vehicle factories going up for Gunshin now, likewise for Matiz, so we're probably going to start seeing alleged tanks versus Infernos shortly.
That is true, and in fact the vehicle factory has already built one spinner as anti-air. As I kind of mentioned before, he was going to have to produce some effort in terms of anti-air, but now both of them are building the alleged tanks.
So it always makes me giggle when you say alleged tanks, considering how many times their name's been changed. But even more factories going up now from both players. We've just seen 4 be queued up from Gunshin, so he's really going to be wanting to power out some of that production value.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how effective that is now with the ability to defend early with the Uber Cannon, and double laser just getting finished, laser defense tower getting finished by Matiz, so that will give him some control there as well.
Unfortunately, these alleged tanks are slightly out of range, so potentially this metal extractor here is going to go down.
And it... Oh, one more shot. It does fall, and he starts backing up, and he loses... Matiz right away loses his anti-air. So if there's air bombers around who can fire at those tanks, he could take those out as he retreats. Radar being built by Matiz, allowing him, he'll have good vision of the whole base situation as a result of that.
Another thing to be noted is the expansion from Gunshin. He's got metal extractors going up all over the planet, while Matiz isn't really scouting to see what is going on.
Well, Matiz does have a little bit farther away from his base than that. He does have a set of fabricators and an anti-air nearby that has gone to grab a bunch of metal extractors on the far side of the planet near the South Pole. So there is some expansion there. Also some expansion, but idle, to the... Let me just get the orientation there. To the southeast of his base.
Southeast.
And Matiz is out there firing the Uber cannon to protect his space.
Oh wow, my game just caught up. I was quite far behind with my internet there. So many factories going up. And a lot
One of
of
these factories looks like it's going to get lost here. Matiz moving in with a strong force here to really just try to press the advantage right now. Laying waste to the enemy, to Gunshin's armies with his commander, and he takes out some fabricators. Doesn't quite get it down before the... lot of damage on both.
There's a bit of...
Go ahead.
There's the laser turret creep going from both players, but definitely Matiz. We could see a mutual commander explosion here with these alleged tanks. If the Uber cannons keep going off, it looks as though Matiz has got a slight upper hand here if he can just hold it for a few more seconds.
Yeah, the commander explosion isn't as powerful as it used to be. Very close fight. He's moving back, and he takes the win just ahead, just a little bit.
Skin of his teeth. That was all thanks to the alleged tank support, I feel, and Gunshin straying just a little bit too close to the laser turrets initially in that duel, getting off that extra little bit of damage. Every little helps.
That's right, and with the reduced damage from the commander explosion, so that it's just not quite as strong, Matiz was able to survive. All right, good game.